Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them, because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It is fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills in the coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today on the island of Sodor, we'll see how Percy must keep his promise. And we'll meet two new faces. But first, there's a faulty signal on the way.
Percy works in the yard at Knapford Station. He loves playing jokes, but they can get him into trouble. One morning, he was very cheeky indeed.
Hurry up, fat face. The train's ready.
It must be late.
And showed him a line of dirty coal trucks.
Oh, that green goblin is a
Percy
rebel.
out.
How could I play him out?
Next, it was James's turn.
Hey, James, guess what? You must stay in the shed today. The Fat Controller will come and see you.
Ah, finally! The Fat Controller knows I'm a fine engine. He wants me to pull a special train.
James's driver and fireman tried everything they could, but James did not move. So the other engines had to do James's work as well as their own. They grumbled dreadfully. At last, an inspector arrived.
Come on, show a wheel, James. You can't stay here all day.
Sorry, sirs, but the Fat Controller told me to stay here. He sent a message this morning.
He did not. How could he? He's away with his family on the mainland for the week.
What? Wait, the only reason this could happen is that... Oh! This was a ding-dong-darn setup! Just wait until I get my buffers on that caterpillar. Where on earth is Percy?
Unfortunately for James, Percy had wisely disappeared. So when the Fat Controller came back, he did see James, and Percy too. Both engines wished they hadn't. days later, he was still rebelling.
I say, you engines, I'm to take some trucks to Thomas's Junction. The Fat Controller chose me especially. He must know I'm a really useful engine.
More likely he wants you out of the way because you're such a nuisance.
Gordon winked to James. They were making a plan. They were going to play a naughty trick on Percy.
You know, little Percy, James and I were just speaking about signals at the junction. We can't be too careful about signals, but then I needn't say that to a really useful engine like you.
Thank you, Gordon.
Oh yes, we had spoken of these new backing signals. They need extra special care, you know. Would you like me to explain?
No, thank you, James. I know all about signals.
Percy was starting to get a bit worried.
I wonder what backing signals are. Never mind. I'll manage.
He puffed crossly to his trucks and felt better. He came to a signal.
Bother. It's a danger signal.
The signal moved to show line clear. However, something strange happened. Instead of going down, its arm moved up instead of down. Percy had never seen that sort of signal before.
Let's see. Down means go, and up means stop. So up or still must mean go back. I know! It's one of those backing signals.
Come on, Percy. Off we go. Wait! Stop! You're going the wrong way!
But Jerry, it's a backing signal.
Percy protested and told him about Gordon and James.
Percy, you silly engine! They're making a new type of technological system that makes signal go up to warn that the line is clear.
Percy realized he was bitten by karma and was about to depart when Gordon appeared teasingly. He had seen everything. That night, the big engines talked about signals. They thought the subject was funny. Percy thought they were being very silly.
Percy has run out of coal. He's sad because he can't go anywhere until another engine arrives with some more. Thomas wants to cheer his friend up. He's going to tell Percy a story. Thomas wants to use things around him in the story. See if you can help him. Thomas asks Percy which engine he wants the story to be about. A fast engine, peeps Percy. Thomas sees Toby, Mavis, and Gordon. Which is the fastest? That's right. Gordon is a fast engine. Thomas is going to make up a story about Gordon. Once there was a fast engine called Gordon, tooted Thomas. One day, he was steaming quickly to... Thomas asked Percy where he'd like Gordon to go. Somewhere exciting, peeps Percy. Thomas sees a field, a bus stop, and a poster for the circus. Which is the most exciting? That's right. The circus is the most exciting place. One day, toots Thomas, Gordon steamed quickly to the circus. He was very excited to see... Thomas asked Percy what Gordon should see. Something special, peeps Percy. Thomas sees coal cars, milk churns, and a Chinese dragon. Which is the most special? Yes, a Chinese dragon is very special. One day, Gordon steamed quickly to the circus, puffed Thomas. He was very excited to see the special Chinese dragon. Percy thought it was the best story he had ever heard. In fact, now Percy's going to tell Henry the story while he's waiting for his coal. Well done, Thomas.
Do you know what?
What?
Do you know what?
What?
Do you know what?
Silly? Of course I don't know what. If you don't tell me what is.
Apparently, the Fat Controller says that the work in the yard is too heavy for me, so he's getting a bigger engine from Swindon to help me.
Rubbish! Any engine could do it. If you worked more and chattered less, this yard would be a sweeter, a better, and a happier place.
Percy went off to get some coaches for the station.
That stupid old signal.
He was remembering that recently he misunderstood a new type of signal and gone backwards instead of forwards.
No one listens to me now. They think I'm a silly little engine and order me about. I'll show them. I'll show them.
But he didn't know how. By the end of the afternoon, he felt tired and unhappy. He brought some express coaches to platform 1.
Hello, Percy. You look tired.
Yes, sir. I am, sir. I don't know if I'm standing on my dome or on my wheels.
Well, you look the right way up to me. Cheer up. The new engine is bigger than you and can probably do the work alone. Would you like to help build my new harbour? Thomas and Toby will help.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
A few hours later, the new engine arrived.
Hello, I'm Sir Charles Topham Hatt, Director of the NWR operation. What's your name, Mr. Pannier Tank Engine?
Hello, sir. Well, my name's Montague, but I'm usually called Doug in the Great Western, because the other engines say I used to waddle. Even though I don't really, sir, I much rather prefer to be called Doug instead of Montague.
Good, then Duck it shall be. Ah, Percy, would you please show Duck around?
The two engines went off together, and sure enough, they became good friends. Later, James, Gordon, and Henry watched Duck quietly doing his work.
Hello, you lot. How are things?
He seems like a simple sort of engine.
Are you kidding me? What kind of an engine prefer being named after a bird? We'll have some fun and order him about.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack.
Smoke billowed everywhere.
Oh my kitty!
When Percy came back, he was fuming. Duck took no notice.
Oh, they'll get tired of it soon. Do they tell you to do things here, Percy?
Oh, yes, they do. If I hear another bossing line, my whistle will go bonkers!
Calm down and relax, Percy. We'll soon stop that nonsense. You see, when I was stationed higher at Paddington, the other engines used to tease me about my gear defects. But thanks to my old friends, Joseph and Scott, I learned how to defend myself. Now, listen here. This is what we'll do.
The Fat Controller was looking forward to hot buttered toast for tea at home. Suddenly he heard an extraordinary noise.
For Stanier's sake, let us in.
Let us in!
Oh, bother. Another strike. I'd better investigate the matter.
And hurried to the yard. Duck and Percy calmly sat on the points outside the shed, refusing to let the engines in. Gordon, James, and Henry were furious.
Stop that noise!
Oh, sir, thank the Lord. Would you please tell these shutters that we need to get in?
Montague Collett, explain this behaviour.
Beg pardon, sir, but as you can see, I'm a Great Western engine, and over there, we do our work without fuss. But begging your pardon, sir, Percy and I would be glad if you like to inform these, engines that we only take orders from you.
Why, you insolent little...
Everybody quiet! Now, Percy and Duck, I am pleased with your work today, but not with your behaviour tonight. You have caused a disturbance. As for you, you've been worse. You've made the disturbance. Duck is quite right. This is my railway, and as long as I'm in control of this operation, I'm the one who gives orders around here.
After Percy went away, Duck was left to manage alone. He did so, as easy as pie. Percy worked hard at the new harbour. The workmen needed stone for their building. Toby often helped, but most times than not, the loads of stone were too heavy, and Percy had to fetch them for himself. Sometimes he'd see Thomas too.
Well done, Percy! I'm sure the Fat Controller will be very pleased with us.
An airfield was built close by. Percy could hear the aeroplanes zooming overhead all day. But the noises of balls and moving
Stupid thing. Why can't it go and buzz somewhere else?
One day, Percy stopped at the airfield to meet the helicopter.
Hello, who are you?
Hello, Chuck. I'm Harold, and I'm a helicopter.
I'm Percy. I work on this harbor. What really great arms you've got.
They're nice arms, aren't they? With them, I can hover like a bird. Don't you wish you could hover too?
Certainly not. I like my rails, thank you.
To be honest, I think railways are slow. They're not much use, and quite out of date. Now, I must be off. Howdy ho!
He whirled his arms and buzzed away. Percy found Toby at the quarry.
I say, Toby, that Harold, that stuck-up flopper-chopper thing, says I'm slow and out of date. Just let him wait. I'll show him.
He collected his trucks and started off, still fuming. As he passed the watermill, he and his driver heard a familiar buzzing.
Psst! Hey, Percy, look, there's Harold. He doesn't look far ahead. Want to race him?
Yes, let's have a race.
Percy pounded along. The truck screamed and
Percy is ready to leave the station. He's busting his buffers with excitement. What's Percy pulling today? Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers. Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers and pineapples. Now Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers, pineapples, and a piano. Can you remember what Percy is pulling? Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers, pineapples, and a piano. I wonder what's next. Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers, pineapples, a piano, and presents. Can you still remember all the things Percy was pulling? Let's see. Percy pulls out of the station pulling passengers, pineapples, a piano, and presents. Can you guess where Percy is going? Percy is puffing his way to a party.
Cheeky one. James. His fame but lots of fun. Percy. Pulls a mail on time. Gordon. Thunders down the line. Emily. Really knows her stuff. Henry. Toots and huffs and puffs. Edward. Wants to help and share. Toby. Well, let's say he's square. They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew, all with different roles to play. Round in the sheds or far away, down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends. They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew, all with different roles to play. Round in the sheds or far away, down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends.